Good morning. The Foreign Office has issued new travel advice to British tourists in Tunisia, warning them to leave the country as another terror attack is highly likely. More than 3,000 UK holidaymakers remain in Tunisian hotels and resorts despite the murder of 30 Britons 2 weeks ago. Tour operators are making arrangements to fly their customers home, with many of the major British firms cancelling all Tunisia-bound flights for the rest of the summer. Sky's Middle East correspondent Shireen Tadros reports now from Sousse.
This was the scene in Sousse soon after the forest, and will stay that way for the foreseeable future.
Well, Shireen has the latest now from Sousse.
Well, tonight,
the government has rejected claims that the poor will be hit hardest by proposals announced in this week's budget. The Institute for Fiscal Studies says the freeze on working age benefits will cost 13 million families around £260 every year. Our social affairs editor, Afua Hirsch, reports.
Sky News.
Well, later this morning, the government will unveil sweeping changes to planning laws. They're aimed at boosting growth and allowing more houses to be built. Our chief political correspondent, John Craig, has more now from Westminster.
The Treasury argues them.
Sky News has been given unprecedented access to Mexico's notorious drug cartels and their secret labs, which make crystal meth on a huge scale. It's a trade which makes them millions, but often comes at a cost, with thousands of people killed in the country's drug wars. Our chief correspondent, Stuart Ramsey, travelled to the city of Culiacan in the northwest of the country and sent this report.
This is exclusively on PIC.
A group of aspiring pioneers is making final preparations for an attempt to fly an electric plane across the English Channel. The battery-powered plane will take around 40 minutes for its crossing from England to France. Our technology correspondent Tom Cheshire explains.
This plane
Now, a time for a look at the latest headlines from the Sky Sports studios. Tom Rayner there in Athens. Well, the third day of the trial of two Burmese migrant workers accused of killing two British backpackers on a beach in Thailand has begun. We're live now to Sky's Jonathan Samuels at the courthouse in Koh Samui. And Jonathan, we're hearing from a forensic expert at the moment in court. What's he been saying?
Yes, this is the verdict until October.
Jonathan Samuels at the courthouse in Koh Samui. Thank you. The top stories on Sky World News. Sky News has been given the first full television interview with the parents of the gunman who shot 38 tourists dead in Tunisia. They insist he was brainwashed into carrying out the attack. Well, I'm joined now by Dr. Jim Walsh of the Security Studies Programme at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Dr. Walsh, thanks for joining us on Sky World News. Do we really have any idea of how these talks are actually going?
That's a great question. Danger zone.
Well, we heard it there, though, didn't we? That warning shot from the Secretary of State. He says President Obama has told him America can't wait forever.
Well, that's true, but it all...
Dr. Walsh at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, thank you. Shares in China have rallied after falling by more than 30% in less than a month. The rebound came because stocks in 50% of listed companies have been banned from being traded. It's the latest emergency attempt to steady turbulence in the world's second biggest economy. Sky's Mark Stone has the details at the screen.
Well, huge sums have been ploughed into...
The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
Well, that's it from Sky World News. Stephen and Gillian are here next with Sunrise. So we'll leave you with a look at some of the best images of the day.